Guys, if you're looking to move to the Salt Lake City area, look no further than right here in order to know exactly what the housing market looks like. And I do this every single Monday. So if you are looking at a move here, reach out to me, let me know, let's get things in order. But let's look at what the market looks like right now. So the first thing I want to point out is this growing space between the housing supply and the amount of homes currently under contract. The homes currently under contract is staying relatively flat. In fact, it is exactly the same number of homes under contract right now as it was last Monday, okay? But the number of homes coming on the market continues to come up, and that increases the gap between those two lines on this chart. And that's telling us that demand is not meeting the amount of supply hitting our market right now. Next quick thing to point out, the number of homes sold last week, gosh, it looked all through April into May as though we were maybe making a comeback on the number of homes being sold every week, but then this week 187 down under the 230 that made it look like it was strengthening last week. And so now just right back down to the average of about 200 a week that we've seen ever since the beginning of March, through a time when we would expect more homes to be being bought week over week through the spring. Both average and median price points came down this last week. Average price point last week being about 645K, where median price point was more like 590K. And last but not least, interest rates down just a touch from where they were last week, higher than we all want them. So if you are a buyer right now, interest rates aren't making it pleasant. And the fact that home prices haven't really come down since they spiked in 2021 and 22, they've just done this and evened out. The fact that those two things are together, higher interest rates and higher prices, isn't making it fun for a lot of people who want to buy a home right now. I totally understand that. But at least we're not having the increase of competition and the increase of home prices that we would expect right now for this time of year. The good news is if you're a seller is obviously that home prices aren't going the other direction. They're not going down still, even though demand is kind of flatlining. And average time on market is still less than 2 months. Median time on market is more like a month. So it's not going to take very long to get your home sold. If you have any more questions about our market right now, hit me up. We'll talk about it.